It won't be long before the Edmonton Oilers once again take over Rogers Place, as I'm joined by Mark Spector. As we get set, like every other NHL team, to begin camp on the weekend, let's take a would-you-rather approach to the Edmonton Oilers. Mark, would you rather have Ryan Nugent-Hopkins on the wing with Connor McDavid or on the wing with Leon Draisaitl?
Well, the funny thing here in Edmonton is you can define which is the first line in Edmonton by seeing which line is Ryan Nugent-Hopkins on. He is their best top six winger. I play him with my number one centerman. I know that Yamamoto is going to play with Draisaitl. They got good chemistry, so I've got to give McDavid someone to work with on the left side. He's going to play probably with Cassian on the right. For me, McDavid and Ryan Nugent-Hopkins are a pair all season long.
I would put Ryan Nugent-Hopkins with Leon Draisaitl. I like the fact that while Draisaitl has hit 50 goals in his career, he's a heck of a passer, especially on his backhand, which I think would set up nicely with RNH. Mark, would you rather have a number one definitive goaltender for the Edmonton Oilers or a split like they had last season?
I want a number one goalie. Even in a compacted season, I want a guy that plays 70% of the games. Here's the issue. The Oilers don't have that guy. Koskinen has proven he can play. He's a pretty good goalie as long as he's only playing about half the time. So, yes, Gene, I want a number one. No, Gene, Edmonton doesn't have one.
Well, I'm going to take the approach. I would rather have them split, just like they did last season. It worked perfectly, and they literally had the same numbers, did Mikko Koskinen and Mike Smith. They played the same amount of minutes, and it had Edmonton in a playoff spot. So I think if it worked last season, it could work again this season. Mark, would you rather, on the Edmonton Oilers power play, for Edmonton to go with one defenseman and four forwards, or two defensemen and three forwards?
Okay, let's break this down a little bit. The Oilers power play last year was the best power play in like 40 years in the NHL. They were 29.5%. They had four forwards. So I have to play Nugent-Hopkins. I have to play McDavid. I have to play Draisaitl. That's three forwards right there. Tyson Barrie is going to be our defenseman. We'll agree on that. So who's the fifth guy? To me, it needs to be a bigger guy in front of the net. Someone to pick up the garbage. Alex Chason, James Neal, even Zach Cassian at times. I want one defenseman. I want three elite forwards, and I want the fourth forward to be a guy that scores from the blue paint.
I think bigger picture, certainly Tyson Barrie would be one defenseman. I would rather go with two defensemen. I like the fact that Darnell Nurse has some upside to his offensive play, and also Ethan Bear, who's just recently signed, is also a developing defenseman. Just in case something doesn't go well with Tyson Barrie, you've got a second and third blue liner that could also pitch in and give the Oilers two defensemen and three forwards on what should be a very effective power play. Would you rather have a Happy New Year?
Yes.
Yeah, same with me. Happy New Year, Mark.
And you too, Gino.